When do emergencies occur? Emergencies can occur anywhere at any time, so we must have a plan of action in order to save somebody's life. According to a website called What Are the Benefits of CPR Certification, updated for 2017, explains that according to the American Heart Association, sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in adults, with more than 325,000 cases reported each year. Individuals who receive CPR immediately have a 40% better chance of survival, and those that are delayed with every minute reduces the patient's survival by 10%. I want to talk about the benefits and the importance of being CPR certified. Emergencies are inevitable. You never know when they're going to happen. They can happen outside the hospital, in a church group, in a workplace, or even in the comfort of your own home. Lawrence Phillips, MD, according to national statistics, explains that 15 to 30% of people who experience sudden cardiac arrest receive no help from bystanders. They say that it's either because they are not trained and they're not comfortable with it. So, in order to eliminate this, we need to get them CPR certified so more bystanders can help everybody that's in need. Because it can even happen to your best friend, or your wife, or your child. And there's different precautions you need to take for each age group of how to do CPR on each of them. Even if you do hands-on without mouth-to-mouth, it is proven to be just as effective. So if you don't want to put your mouth on somebody else's, you don't have to. It is proven to be just as good with just performing hands-on. According to David Patterson, author of Basic Life Support and Emergency CPR, explains that two other situations that CPR is required is through suffocation and drowning. Well, in a school, we don't necessarily need it for drowning, but for suffocation and things like heat exhaustion, we need to know CPR. And especially for other things like choking, because children tend to put things in their mouth that they're not supposed to. Examples are like erasers, pencil lead, anything that can get lodged in their throats, where we need to perform CPR in order to get them breathing. The goal of CPR is for ensure circulation of oxygen-rich blood into the brain in order to not cause any brain damage. And recent studies, it says that if you perform for CPR for 38 minutes or longer, it is beneficial to having less brain damage and normal brain functioning when they're okay and they start breathing again, and for their lungs not to be, and their vital organs not to be without blood. For this job, I would like everybody to watch a video on the American Heart Association's website and also take a class that I will require every year for somebody to take. So you will know the differences between infants and little kids to adults on how to perform CPR efficiently. David Patterson also gives you a few tips if you're not well trained in CPR. He says to check if they're conscious by placing your fingers on their neck, and also to see if they're responding and see if they have any other injuries. After that, you're supposed to call 911 while you wait for medics. Somebody's supposed to be doing CPR for at least 2 minutes. And these classes provide all the facts about CPR and the performance of different age groups and everything. Imagine if a mother was walking into the school with dropping off their kid and they had a baby in a car seat. Well, the mother notices that the baby's not breathing. What can you do? You can immediately run up to the mother, ask how old they are, and immediately begin performing CPR. For example, with infants, you have to have them on their stomach instead of their back to do compressions. And if you don't, that baby's not going to have any chance of life. They're not going to change someone else's life, have a life of their own, or just be able to experience anything. So you're saving their life so they can live their life. How awesome would that be? In addition, I'm going to ask you to take CPR classes yearly and video and quizzes every 6 months in order to make sure you know what you're doing at all times for the CPR. And why not do something that takes no time at all, takes little effort, in order to save somebody's life? That's all I got for you. Thanks.